The Holocaust Memorial Center was inaugurated on March 10, 2011, in memory of 7,144 Jews that were deported and killed in Treblinka. The Holocaust Memorial Center is located in the Skopje city center on the left bank of the river Vardar in the old Jewish quarter.
This museum is a joint project of the Macedonian government and the Jewish community. And the contribution that the Jewish community has decided to make is a museum which tells the story of Macedonian Jewry. The oldest synagogue outside the land of Israel is found in Stobi, which is about 50 or 60 kilometers from Skopje. The history of Macedonian Jewry also encompasses the incredible period of time of the Jewish Renaissance in Spain and the historic cooperation between Islam and Judaism that preserved Greco-Roman culture for the West. It also deals with the expulsion and then with the haven that was offered to the Jewish community by the Sultan. And it also deals with the incredible period of Ladino culture, where Jews throughout the Balkan area had a common language and a common culture that transcended boundaries and borders that allowed them to share with each other. We will then deal with the unique period of the Holocaust, and the period of the Holocaust is remarkable because, in essence, it was a period of Bulgarian occupation. Bulgaria has a famous reputation for having saved its own Jewish community only after it had deported the Jews of Thrace and Macedonia. So the story of Macedonian Jewry during the Holocaust is quite remarkable. They faced oppression under Bulgarian occupation, special taxes, economic discrimination, a whole range of persecutions that culminated in the deportation of Jews from Skopje, from Štip, and from Bitola. And they were deported to a tobacco factory called Monopol. The tobacco factory in Monopol was in essence a ghetto, but it was a ghetto that didn't exist for years as in Poland, but a ghetto that existed for some 3 weeks. And from there, the Jews of Macedonia were deported almost in their entirety. 7,144 Jews were deported, and they were deported directly to Treblinka, from which none, not one, returned. The only Jews who escaped deportation were physicians and pharmacists because the Macedonian people would not have had enough medical treatment. Those very few Jews who had foreign passports and therefore were foreign nationals. And then the Jews who had escaped, who had gone into hiding and escaped either to join the resistance, where Jews were an integral part of the resistance. Moshe Piadi fought alongside Tito, and Jews could fight as Jews against the Bulgarian occupation and against Nazi Germany. And the few Jews who had escaped to Albania, and Albania has a unique story to tell, and that's the story of the fact that Albania is one of the only countries in Europe that had more Jews at the end of the Holocaust than at the beginning. And finally, we'll have to conclude with the question of what is the legacy of the Holocaust in Macedonia, in an area that has known genocide after the Holocaust, an area that knows very few Jews, an area where interethnic strife is still present, an area that has gone through a period of communism and then a period of democracy. And the question becomes, what's the legacy of the Holocaust there? The museum will be the most important contribution of the Macedonian Jewish community to Macedonian society. It will beacon of teaching the values of tolerance and pluralism, of democracy, of respect for human dignity and human decency, but also the vehicle to teach the Macedonian people this incredibly long legacy that stretches back before the Common Era of Jewish life within Macedonia, a Jewish life that only a remnant preserved today, but a Jewish life that must be transmitted to all future generations. We're hoping that we can open this museum on the 75th anniversary of the deportation of Macedonian Jewry who were deported on March 11th, 1943. And we're hoping with your support that we can open this museum on March 11th, 2018.